All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Rev Rates and Bohn's Elite Training inside of Howell Lanes in Howell, New Jersey. This is the championship match for our U12 mixed division. We've got Nolan Randisi trying to defend his title against Mendry Mahidra. Mahira, your number one seed, undefeated coming into this match. And these bowlers are in the last 90 seconds of warm-up. So Randisi, our defending champion, is going to have to win twice in order to take home the title for the second year in a row. And joining me in the booth, Brandon Bohn and Brandon. No one has ever repeated in the U12 mixed division, to my knowledge. I think you can confirm that fact momentarily.
I think I could, yeah. First off, I want to say thanks for having me, Phil. It's
Absolutely.
been another great weekend here at Howell Lanes inside Rev Rates VIP Entertainment for the finals of the U12 championship match. We look forward to coming back once again for year 27.
Oh, beautiful.
Next year, and like I mentioned earlier, we can't thank you enough for providing every single shot of coverage this weekend. And in case you missed any of the action, it is all on the Bohn Legacy YouTube channel.
So we'll have some introductory announcements from the namesake of the event, PB3.
Okay. All right, everybody. So this is the finals in our U12 mixed division. Our leader, undefeated, Mehdi Mira. And our advancer out of the contenders bracket, Nolan Randisi. 2-game total wood. Mehdi has to win 1 match to win the title. Nolan will have to win 2 matches to win the title. So it will be Mehdi's decision. Where would you like to start?
I would like to start on lane 3.
You want to start on lane 3, so you're going to start the match. Okay? So Mehdi is going to start on lane 3. Nolan, obviously you will start on lane 4. And we will make this just like the TV show. So you will bowl 1 frame, and then it'll be 2 frames for everybody after that. All right? How about a nice send-off for our U12 finals division here? Guys, once your lanes come on, you may begin your competition. Good luck and good bowling.
Thank you, Parker, and appreciate everything the Bohn family has done this weekend, not just for the hospitality for myself, being a little selfish for a moment, but also for all the hospitality they provided all of our players throughout the weekend. So we will have Mahira starting things off here on lane 3. 2-game total wood match for these matches. And he gets the big break on the crossover.
All righty. Just like that, the very first shot of the U12 championship match. Nolan Randisi up, looking to defend his title from last year. And shot one.
There you
All
go.
10.
You think you like that one there,
He's getting
Brandon?
into it already. A little fist pump. I like it.
I think he liked that one.
Yeah.
So our young players here battled through a 2-game total from bracket earlier today. Our top 4 bowlers in the U12 mixed advanced into this bracket. Mira undefeated to this point. So our defending champion, Randisi, is going to have to win twice. Look at that great. These kids are so fundamentally sound nowadays at such an early age. That needs help. Yeah, and that one just a little left of where he wanted to be to start with.
6 through the middle there for Nolan. Not the shot he was looking for, but quite the crowd we have right now. We have a little pause in the U15, U18 action as we are re-oiling the lanes out in the main portion of the bowling center here.
And this pattern has not been nice to the players all weekend long. They earn every pin they knock down on this 42-foot tournament pattern. Give that man another couple of feet on the lane, and he makes that shot. Let's see if Mahira can take advantage of that early open. Breathe, young man, breathe. Wow. As your good friend Jason Couch would say, parlay that double.
Yes, off of the Jason Couch strip 6. Yep.
I mean, look at there's a lot of these young players still in the field you see sitting on behind lanes 2 and 3. Have to get back out there bowl matches shortly because we have 4 more division titles we have to decide for those young players that are watching. The U15 girls will be next. We'll follow that up with the U15 boys. And then we'll have the championship round for the U18 boys and girls at the same time here a little later on. You can tell Mira not happy with that shot, but when you get a result of 10 back, you can't give it back. You got to take it.
Nolan trailing early here. He's going to need some help, and he doesn't really like it. And that would be why.
He's having some trust issues right now with getting that ball down the lane.
This ball's hooking an awful lot on this 42-foot pattern early here.
So Randisi was taken out in the opening round by Mahira. 377 to 332. And then Randisi came back through the winner's bracket or loser's bracket, took down Forey 392 to 272, and then took down Martin 366 to 275. Randisi down by a bunch early. There you go. That's the shots we've seen that young man throw over the last couple of years to take down titles.
And he's got that, like, the swagger walk, the I know what I do best.
Yeah, a little bit of confidence, no doubt, for that young man right now.
Yep. Mira looking for the first 4 here to extend his lead. Oh, and another good shot. Yeah. Front 4. Extending his lead. To 44 here early, looking to make it 54 here with another strike. And that would be huge to get out in 5 frames with a 54-pin lead with a game and a half to go. And the front 5.
Well, the one good thing for Randisi, it's 2 game total pins. We know this young man can throw strikes in a row when need be.
And it looks like he's going to a ball change here. Looks like he's going to a pitch black. Looks like he moved a little bit further to the right.
Just can't shake the 4 down.
You can see the look of disappointment from Nolan already.
Yeah, Randisi was our leading qualifier again this year. Averaged almost 180 in qualifying. That's pretty awesome for the U12 division on this tough 42-foot pattern.
All righty.
Stared it down all the way.
You know, I think a big thing for Nolan here is, you know, with the game and a half left, 5 frames into this match here, and he's just got to stay in it because, you know, anything can happen in a 2-game total wood match. We've seen it plenty of times before. And the 3-6 for Nolan, and here in the 6th frame, you know, it just doesn't look comfortable, Phil.
No. Never easy bowling for a title. I don't care how old or young you are.
You know, he started off with a good one
tough.
here in the 1st frame, followed it up with a good one in the 4th frame. But other than that, I mean, you know, it's been the one shot, got a little right, shaker 4-pin, and then every other one has been through the face.
Hold on, picks it up.
Good spare there, 84 in the 5th frame with a spare in the 6th, but Mehdi Miri. Am I saying that right? I don't want to butcher the name here.
Mahiri.
Mahiri.
Close, Mahiri.
Mehdi Mahiri stepping up on the front 5.
Needs a break. Got a little one, not the big one he was kind of hoping for.
And a 3-6 of his own here. Still has a 54-pin lead.
You see going for that chamois. You can't bowl nowadays without a chamois. There's some good-looking chamois here at Bohn's Elite Training I see for $25 a piece. I'm sure you've had a few of those head out the door this weekend.
We have. A couple months ago, we got some new ones imported from Italy.
And that's where you got to prevent the full-down meltdown. These young players are going to make an error here or there, but you got to empty the memory banks real quick and just don't go, okay, you know, things are going to go backwards. It's like, nope, shake it out. Yep, you see he's talking to himself right now.
Yep. Changing the thumb out, putting it in the first ball. You're still up by 40 after 6 frames in this 2-game total wood double elimination match. Once again, Mira must be defeated twice.
Did you get a chance to test out this pattern yourself?
I have not.
Okay. Wow.
Another Brooklyn here on the left lane.
Sometimes you got to take the breaks. Guarantee you they never remember the good. Remember, we only remember the bad breaks in bowling. We don't remember the good ones.
Ain't that right?
And honestly, yep, Mahiri's gotten a couple of good breaks so far this morning.
But getting back to the pattern, Phil,
right.
You know, we used, I believe, a 42-foot pattern this year. You know, we try to stay in between the 41 to 43-foot range, and we try to keep it around 3 to 4 to 1. And gets modified every year just a little bit, but it's in that same ballpark. Great shot there from Nolan.
Tell you what, this young man does not get rattled easy.
No. Nope.
And the confidence of being last year's title holder, you know, is it's a thing, man. You walk in, you said he has the swagger. He's got the champion swagger going on, and he's not fretting anything right now. He knows he's down by 40, as we need a piece of equipment for the young man. Well, this will make him sweat for a second. Oh, there we go. What in a ball? So Justin Bohn is going to go get that playing pin chaser. today as
Tournament
well,
director.
Yeah.
Tournament director Justin Bohn running down there to grab this ball real quick.
Everybody gives him a round of applause. Well-deserved round of applause. I mean, it is not easy to run a tournament of any size, let alone one that had over 200 entrants this weekend.
And here comes the ball, and now we're just waiting for Justin. And Nolan's going to step up, looking to cut the deficit to 30. Survey says he doesn't like it. Oh,
Well,
and he trips the 410.
Another saying in bowling, breaks have a way of evening themselves out. I think they still own Randisi one. So.
And that they do. That one looks a little to the right. Even the 1-2-8. But Mira off to a really hot start with the front 5. Slowed down in the 6th frame, leaving a 3-6. Struck in the 7th and leaves a 1-2-8 here in the 8th frame. Looking to pick it up. It will have a lead of 30 with 2 frames left in the very first game. And just a reminder, this is a 2-game total wood double elimination match. Nolan will have to beat Mira twice in order to reclaim his title. And Mira with another open frame here in the 8th frame. His lead is getting smaller. Mira throwing the hammerhead. Just missing the head pin a little to the left there on lane 3. Leaving the 1-3, looking to pick it up. And he will still maintain a small lead. Nolan on a double. Looking to pick up the spare here in the 9th of game 1. And unfortunately doesn't get there. So Mira with 181 in the 9th. There you see the scoreboard. Nolan looking to take the lead for the first time in this match. Strike to take the lead by 3.
Just goes to show, patience in bowling can pay off. Trip it all. No.
A trip 4 leaves the 9. Still making this match an awful close match here.
And once again, for those of you joining us a little late, Randisi does have to win twice. He's coming out of the, I guess we have to say elimination bracket to be proper.
Contenders
bracket.
Contenders bracket. And good spare there from Nolan. So Randisi currently trails by 8. At one point in the match, he trailed by 54 pins. And like that saying goes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Nolan stepping up for the very first shot in the 10th. As you see on the scoreboard with 153 in the 8th, can get to 203. And he gets to Brooklyn.
For those of you keeping score at home, that's 2 apiece for these young players. But you know what? They're learning all facets of this game. Kids are going to get breaks. It happens sometimes in championship matches. Other times, you got to wait till you get to your next tournament.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen both of these players now with, a few good breaks. A few Brooklyns have gone their way. But unfortunately for Nolan, he still trails by 8 in this game. Fortunately, he's cut the deficit almost by 50. With one more strike, he will take the lead.
Scramble
the
on
light mixer, the can opener.
What ball is he throwing out there? Did you see what he's happened to be throwing there, Brandon?
Yeah, I think he went from an IQ Tour to a pitch black.
Okay. And why, for some of us that might be newer bowlers joining, why would he make a change to urethane on this type of pattern?
Yeah, so the urethane ball is going to hook a little sooner. It's going to help him be a little bit further to the right. And if he leaks it wide early, it's going to pick up sooner, where the IQ Tour was going to want to hook a little bit more down the lane for Nolan. And people are chanting for the Brooklyn.
And it holds.
And it holds the trip 4. Very nice finish for Nolan, 203. And that's why he's the tournament leader, Phil.
Right. That's why patience sometimes. Okay, you got a bad early break in the second on a little bit of an errant shot. And then just refocused, and away he goes. Well,
and just as we talked about, you see one Brooklyn, and the other one gets a Brooklyn.
Yes,
so a few Brooklyns here in this first game.
Well, and with the shallow angles that these bowlers are playing with as well, when it does get over that 1-2 side, less of a chance to leave a 5-pin, or even worse, sometimes you get those real snap away Brooklyns, you leave a 5-10 for the right-handers.
Yep. So Mira looking for one more here to get into the 2 teens. And another Brooklyn. And Medi Mira will have the lead going into the second game here. And we'll just see by how many.
If you would have told me game 1 of this championship match was going to be a couple of 200s from these young players after seeing how they were fighting through out on the main bay here at Howland Lanes, I would have said not going to happen. And guess what we got? A couple of 200 games out of a couple of young players trying to make things happen. We got an announcement coming up from Parker Bohn III momentarily.
Mendy 208, Nolan 203. Second game about ready to start. For those bowlers in round 4, please report to your starting lanes. Gentlemen, you may start game 2.
Thank you, Parker. And
all right.
We'll be on our way. We can wave from the booth here, everybody. You can see where we're at. Brandon and myself here, and we're going to have Nolan Randisi starting this second game. And with that great finish, who do you give the advantage to here? And
got to give a slight advantage to Nolan on a ball change. It looks pretty good going into the second game here. But Mira, besides the spares, that was a pretty solid game.
Right.
when he actually hit the right side of the head pin and struck. When he hit the left side of the head pin, it also struck. So, but I got to give the advantage here to Nolan. Come the end of game 1, he really looked like he was getting a little bit more comfortable. I've seen Nolan bowl before. I know what he's capable of. This is my very first time seeing Medi Mira bowl this weekend. And just as a perspective that I've seen Nolan bowl and I've seen him grow up in the past few years, I'm going to give this one to Nolan here.
Medi's a little anxious there. That wasn't intentional in any way, shape, or form. He just wanted to grab his chamois and get ready to go. These kids know how to fire. They don't waste a lot of time. Great cover there. Well done, Nolan. These kids' spare games, sometimes that's the toughest part for them to develop. They get these powerful strike shots with two-handed deliveries early and that type of thing, and all of a sudden the spare game gets a little lackadaisical. Not that case for Randisi. And this is going to be, I think, the telling factor in this game early on. You watch Randisi make the split. Now, one would think easy single-pin spare for Mahara, but guess what? You have the pressure of bowling for a championship involved. So let's see what the young man can do here. Try to convert That nasty little 10-pin on the way down the lane. Looks at his thumb on the way out.
And unfortunately misses another makeable. And that's what we talked about, Phil. You know, he started off strong with the front 5. And then, you know, every spare he left, unfortunately, you know, start with the 3-6. And then he left the 1-2-8 and then the 1-3. And he was unable to convert all of them. So when it was good for strikes. And when it was bad, unfortunately, it caused an open frame. And as we see, starting off with a missed 10-pin here in the first frame, giving Nolan the lead for the first time all match.
Yikes, trouble again. But
And all
managed
10.
to get a crossover.
All 10.
Well, you know, as much as you hate to say I don't want that shot, USBC rule says if it's a legal delivery, you got to put it on the scoreboard.
You got to take it. Yep, you got to take it. So
And
Nolan stepping up for the first time all match with the lead. Let's see how he handles it.
Little piece of dust on the approach. Really accelerates. I mean, the camera can't even get up on him as fast as he goes to the foul line. Roll it? No, he's got the sleeper instead with it. And kind of looked down at his feet when he was coming back from the foul line. So I don't know if he wasn't happy where the slide ended up or what may have happened on that shot. Only he knows right now.
Taking out the spare ball for the 2-8.
Oh.
Hooks right by and gives the lead right back to Medimira.
So, yeah, I don't see anybody running away with this game right now. The nerves are full bore for these players at the moment.
And Nolan's just going to keep doing his thing here. Hoping to bounce back after that 2-8 spare.
Took a little look to the side there. Not sure if noise threw him off or something for a second, but as close as we are to the players, you can hear us. We're keeping our voices down. You see where our booth is.
Yep, and a great shot there from Nolan. Bouncing back off the missed makeable there in the second frame.
You know, we haven't talked about the scholarship money yet. We'll have to talk about that momentarily.
All right, another shot that was left off of his hand. He leaves the 3-pin, looking for his first spare in this 2-game total wood match here. Getting to your point about the scholarship money, Phil. The winner will receive $600 in scholarship, along with the bowling ball and the big check.
Huge spare here for Mira. Can't afford to lose momentum with another open. Covers it nicely.
Picks it up.
And we just talked about that big check. There you go, $600 waiting for the pay to the order line to be filled in. You think any of these kids have ever held a check before in their life, as young as they are now? Everything's all Venmo and other stuff.
Well, maybe Nolan has. Nolan
Maybe
probably
Nolan
has one sitting.
Well, that's very
maybe
true.
in his room.
That's very true from
Maybe.
last year.
Maybe from last year, looking to get one more after this year.
Oh, and
Great shot there. Ring around the 10.
yeah, payback on a crossover. That's what people would normally tell you. You see, yeah, throws the hands up a little bit right there, but you got to keep the cool. You got to stay calm. As they are now underway with their next rounds. And I think we're waiting on a ball again. Waiting on a ball. So we're gonna put Brandon to work here on that ball return. Oh. It's fun watching him run. He gets his exercise for the day. We get a good chuckle out of mistake. And hold on, ball. Yikes. And Mahira with another open. So, sorry we made your run there, Brandon. I was under the impression that the ball was in back.
I'm just getting my exercise in for today.
Yeah, you got good. You have better form running back there than your brother does.
Well, you know, when you do it once or twice.
Let's see if Randisi can jump on this one. Looking for the double. And a huge break there to take the 10 out. That's one thing I noticed this weekend for a lot of players. There weren't a lot of 210 combinations out there like sometimes you see on these 42-foot patterns. Was it just because more of the players are playing straighter angles front to back on the lane, or?
Yeah, I think so, Phil. You know, out in the main bay, we saw a lot of urethane to start. And then as the bowlers progressed, they got into more reactive. But, you know, we never really saw the super steep angles slide in the left gutter. Like I mentioned, you know, a lot of the players start with urethane and
Ooh.
slight conversion there. But, you know, they never really got super far left and started hooking it a whole lot. I mean, the deepest I saw someone slide was probably about 30. So when you think about a 5-game block, that's not too far left on a 42-foot pattern. So very small moves, subtle moves, I would definitely say, from pair to pair. But these two have definitely figured it out the best in the U12 division. And through the face there for Nolan.
There's something you don't see too often with the 6-9-10. Sometimes when we're crammed into a tight space, we got to make these last-second adjustments on cameras and lights, and well, no lights here. Well lit here at Rev Rates VIP, and we were here last night after we got done with the last qualifying round, and there was some neat stuff you guys have here on the lanes. With it's not Cosmic Boy, it was like they had overlays on the lanes of people's faces on it and stuff like that. Was fair. What system is that?
Yeah, so that is system by Brunswick called Spark.
Okay.
And it's an on-lane graphic system. And we have projectors. We have 9 projectors out on the lanes. And we might be able to take a look at them. There are 3 on like every pair.
Okay.
And so we have 3 for 1 and 2, 3 for 3 and 4, and then we have 3 for lane 5 here. And it's an on-lane projection system. And
let's see if I can pan up here after that great spare here.
Let's take a look at them. There they are.
There we go. So you see those 2 white boxes there. That's one of the 3 on each pair of lanes.
Yep. So the two white boxes are projectors for the massing units, and then the projectors in between the lanes, they project on the lanes, and
Okay.
then we can display almost anything you could think of. We can display patterns. We can display your face. You take a picture when you start up on a game called Pin Pics, and we can get your face out there on the lane, and you can interact with the lane, the pins, and I guess your ball. And there's all types of different games in there. And Mehdi throwing another Brooklyn there in frame 6.
Yeah, Mahira up by. Is he still? No, he's still behind in this match.
Down
isn't
by
he now?
3.
He's down by 3.
Yeah. So quite the lane projection here that we have at Rev Rates VIP Entertainment.
And
But not today. Just a plain lane today.
Yeah.
But tonight we'll.
Tonight you'll have some groups in here as well. That's the one neat thing
Definitely
about
bring it
Rev
back.
Rates. It's a training center and it's entertainment as well. I know you guys do a lot of work groups that come out for outings and school groups, that type of thing. So, yeah, everybody can have fun at Rev Rates, regardless if you're a 2-time U22 Masters champion like somebody here in the booth, or
something like that.
or if you're just a hack like me. Oh, yeah, I heard somebody in the crowd holler hook a lot, and that needed the 40-foot lane to be a spare. All lanes here inside of Rev Rates are the USBC official 60-foot foul line to head pin. And that puts
No one
Mahira
behind.
back in the seat. Yeah, that puts
Yeah.
Mahira back in the driver's seat.
Yeah. So, yeah, when it's not used at a training center, we use it as a VIP entertainment space. We host corporate events, birthday parties, surprise parties, and all types of gatherings you could think of.
And I want to thank everybody at the Lucky Strike Cafe here inside of Howell Lanes, as they've given us some pretty good food, and the bowlers as well, all weekend long. Quick service with a smile, and had a tasty bacon cheeseburger yesterday. That is one of the better ones I've had on my road trips. So good food here as well.
Food here is great. Service is great. The staff here is wonderful. We want to thank Charlie Anderson and Neil Feingold and their entire families for letting us host the Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament here, and all the sponsors that we have this weekend that make this tournament possible. And, you know, Phil, one of the great features that we have that Justin's brought to us is that we're going to give away just over $23,000 this weekend to some youth bowlers, and some trophies and some checks and some great memories that will last a lifetime.
Absolutely. Whether or not you made the finals or not, there were a lot of smiles, a lot of hugs between friends and stuff yesterday, even for the bowlers that maybe weren't as successful as these young players in our U12 championship at the moment. So that gives the lead right back to Randisi. And once again, Randisi has to win this 2-game total pin match to have another chance at the title. Otherwise, Mahira is going to be our champion. Oh, wow, he's got that
Carrying another
crossover
Brooklyn.
shot down.
Yeah.
Almost reminds you. Yeah, there you see Randisi going, what do I got to do?
Yeah.
So, well, you got to throw strikes one way or another. Sometimes your pocket, instead of being 3 boards wide, is 6 boards wide.
Well, and you know, Phil, if you take a look at the last 3 shots, so he's gotten 2 Brooklyns, and the one shot that he really liked, up to 5-7.
Yeah.
So, should he go Brooklyn a little bit more often, maybe?
Could be, and especially ball weight as a factor, too, because it's not like these 2 young players are throwing 15-pounders. I
Looks
think,
like a good shot there.
Yeah, I think Randisi's at 14, and I believe Mahira's at 13 for the ball weight. So every little bit of ball weight you give away to a certain point is going to affect your carry and deflection at the pocket. So
You got that right.
So that shot that hit the pocket, 13-pound ball from Mahira deflects, 5-7, but you cross over, get a little extra deflection, take out the 5, and away you go. Breaks, as we said, breaks even out.
That they do, and Nolan, with that strike there, gives him a double. Makes his lead to the biggest one he's had all match. Looking for another strike here to increase his lead to 21.
Looks solid at the line. Oh, that one crept high. I thought he liked that for about 50 feet, and then all of a sudden, snapper-ernie.
And this is not an easy spare, Phil.
I did not see a lot of the 9-pin left in front of me on the low end of the house all weekend in the booth for qualifying rounds. And as you said, this 42-foot pattern, you get it right, it wants to stay right. Let's see what approach Randisi takes. And there you see, yeah, he's looking down at the feet. He's not sure how he wants to shoot this one. As he comes into your screen. How about it?
Spare ball looks good. Great spare.
There you see. He knows how huge that spare is at the moment because it keeps him ahead in this match, keeps him alive for a chance to repeat as our U12 mixed titleist. So max score here for Mahira. This game is 195. He needs a strike here in the foundation frame. That's not going to happen. So it's now
175
for the max.
And he holds a 5-pin lead before this game.
So Randisi needs to throw 180, correct then? To tie,
Yes.
181 to win, and the max for Randisi is 187. So a spare here and a punch out by Mahira is going to make a double for Randisi necessary. But you got to start with the spare. You got to start with the spare.
And it skates by.
And it may be another game to go here as Randisi gets a good chance at another shot at Mahira. Once again, these young men battled the first round this morning, with Mahira taking the victory and then winning another match to be our #1 seed. So Mahira can live the bowl another day, and that's the first time he's left the 5-pin on that crossover. You see a little frustration building in. But guess what? You're not done yet, young man. You got to refocus. You got another game to bowl here.
You know, Phil, what we talked about at the beginning of this game here, when you asked who did I like, and personally I said Nolan. And, you know, looking up at the scoreboard, it's exactly what we talked about. Nolan's been here before. He's a little bit more experienced. And unfortunately, you know, we just see it again. And Medi's spare game is, you know, what caused him to lose this match right here. And we look up at the scoreboard. He's got, unfortunately, 4 9 misses. And we say that spares win championships all the time. So Nolan looking to finish strong here. Maybe test out a new ball and move his feet a little bit. But Nolan is going to take the first round here in the championship match.
So once again, they won't receive any additional practice. They're going to go right into another 2-game total per match on lanes 3 and 4 here instead of rev rates. And still as number 1 seed, Mahira's going to have lane choice for the match.
Nolan taking his time for this spare here. A 2-7-8.
Yeah. Got the 2-7 again, but that one falls a little short, and we've got an announcement to get our next match started.
Okay, in our first match, Nolan Randisi has a 366 to Mendy Mira 350. That will force a second match for the title. That being said, Mendy will start the match over on the left lane. 2 games, gentlemen. First place, $600, and obviously the bowling ball trophy. Good luck.
All right, thank you again, Parker.
All right, the send-off for the second sudden death if necessary match. Mendy Mira versus Nolan Randisi.
If you go with momentum, Randisi definitely in that driver's seat right now. What do you do in this situation? You've been in these before with double elimination brackets. If you're Mahira, what's your mindset coming into this?
You got to just forget everything that happened. You got to start fresh.
That's not a bad toss for first time out after those end of game 2 struggles.
You just got to take a deep breath here, and you know, he needs a little bit more time on that second ball. And if he takes a little bit more time on the second ball, it makes everything happen. I feel like, you know, no one could have his hands full here.
You see, going into polyester, so many players do that nowadays for all spares, whether it's left side or right side. Hold on. And that's just, I think he's rushing his shots just a little bit. He's a little frustrated. And, yeah, the emotions are already starting to set in. You're only 1 frame in, kid. You're far from done. So, I mean, Randisi gets ahead right now. With a couple of strikes, my
with
goodness.
a double here, I mean, he could run away with this one quick. And that one looks left.
Huge break there to kick the 6 out on that crossover.
Leaving just a 3-pin. And like we mentioned before, you know, Nolan is a little bit more experienced. He's been here before.
Yeah.
He's been in this position. He was in the same exact position last year as the defending U12 champion. And he's keeping his composure, hitting the one in the front, and doing his best here to convert the spare, and that looks a little right. And he gets it.
That little slower ball speed for Randisi. Let that polyester come back. And now coming back, talking things over. And that's Chris Forey he's talking to right there?
That is. Yeah, that
So,
is.
His son finished 4th in the U12 mixed division. this weekend, so a nice $175 payday.
With 4 advancing to this morning, I believe, on 13 entries, so a 1-in-4 ratio there.
Oh, and all the added, I mean, all the raffles this weekend, all the sponsor money, everything going on. Yeah, $23,000 total in the prize fund. That's just incredible. little smile on the way
bump.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
little smile on the way back. Going, come on, really now, me?
Yep.
Don't you know who I am, Pins?
Yep, little fist bump there from Nolan.
Yeah.
Little sarcasm fist bump.
Right.
But
You're in the pocket, though. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the confidence factor right now you need to have.
in the pocket, hitting the one in the front and getting 9, and hopefully picking up the spare here. Nolan's gonna grab a 10-pin lead here early.
And once again, this is 2 games, total pins. So even if a bowler gets behind early, like we saw for Nolan in game 1, who was down almost 50 after 6 frames, came back, almost won that game against Mahura. Yep, get yourself composed there.
I think the key to success for Medi here is just take a little extra time. And you got to
Well.
take the Brooklyns. You just got to take them.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, he's kind of gesturing with his hand here that, it looks to be that he's got to get a little bit further to the right. But, everyone besides the first shot in the 10th last game has carried on the Brooklyn side. So,
Well, and a lot of games for these young players are ready today. I mean, even for the short route that Mahura took, that was 4 games. Randisi had to go 6, so Randisi's already got 8 games in. Mahura's got 6 games in. That's never easy for a 12-year-old body. And is he going to get a roll? Wow.
gets another Brooklyn.
Wow, how about that? Take the breaks. Keep yourself in the game, kid.
Gets another Brooklyn, and we have an all-tied match.
And sometimes that can get in your opponent's head. A
Yeah.
little bit going, hey, come on, I'm throwing it great and getting hosed. Meanwhile, my opponent's carrying crossovers? It's not right, not fair. Well, guess what, kids? Life isn't fair. Why should bowling be?
And that looks to the right.
Are you kidding me? Oh,
Ooh.
if that would have left the 10 with it, I would have been throwing my shoe at that 7-pin for him.
And that's just what we're talking about, Phil. The breaks.
Yeah.
Medi gets back-to-back Brooklyns and a roller on the 5 to catch the double for another Brooklyn. And Nolan's got solid 9, 7, 10, and the 10 rolls out late. So,
Uh-oh. As we all hold our breath on the last couple of spare shots by Randisi, I'm sure you at home were doing the same.
Nolan definitely has the pocket control here, but it's Medi with the lead early with a double in the 2nd and 3rd frame. Nolan stepping up in the 4th. Trails by 1.
Look at that nice, relaxed right shoulder.
And look at the determination in his eyes.
I love that camera shot from down lane. Uh-oh, trouble.
310 here. Looking to keep it clean here early. Now trails by 3 with Medi on a double. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is the if necessary match in the U12 championship match.
$600 on the line. I'm $2 Phil Brilo. That is Brendan Bohn. Oh, and that one we saw him flirt with missing to the right a couple times earlier this game. But we know Randisi can make the comeback. Now what can Mahura do here? Try to keep the string going. Better toss, but too quick. Yeah, his ball speed seems to be increasing with every shot, whether it's nerves or whatever. And sometimes it's imperceptible to yourself that that's happening when it's just that gradual thing. And
He doesn't look as comfortable as I've seen him before.
Yeah.
It looks like when he gets his ball to the left, it carries on the Brooklyn side. But other than that, he's had a few that have been in the pocket, pretty strongly in the pocket. But his spare game is definitely, what's keeping him apart from Nolan right now. But, making that spare in the 4th frame, that's a huge spare. It's a momentum booster for sure, because now he knows that he can do it. And, once you lose the belief in yourself, it's really hard to gain that back. So Medi, with the spare in the fourth, has taken a 12-pin lead going into the fifth frame of game one here in this two-game total wood double elimination. And a great shot, tripping the floor.
Did he see it fall? I think he turned around pretty quick.
He's going to go to the chair knowing that it fell.
All right. I don't know if he saw it or not, or if he knew it was going to fall once something hit it. I wasn't 100% sure at that point yet.
Can we get a replay?
Unfortunately, no replays available today with all the extra cameras we have out here.
All right.
So I sacrificed the replays for the plus I need a replay operator because I'm already juggling cats here between cameras and doing this with running it around. Uh-oh. Oh, and that's the first time we've seen a really through-the-face shot for Randisi. So...
And it looks like just the tables have completely turned here.
Right.
Medi looks a little bit more composed now.
It's amazing how a couple of crossovers can relax you.
Yep. And really get your opponent fired up.
But you get a spare here, you can turn the tables.
Ooh.
All right. So he's going to find himself down by about 23 in this first game of this two-game total wood match. Is that an East Coast thing, total wood? At home in Wisconsin, where I'm from, it's always been total pins.
I like total wood.
I like total wood, too. I just don't get a chance.
I feel like it just flows better.
I say at home, they look at me like I'm not from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. So
all the way from Wisconsin. Phil Dollar to Brylo bringing us the action here inside Rev Rates VIP Entertainment. Nolan Randisi gets the trip four.
It's that fine line for him between the trip four and the big split, but he's managed to trip a couple of fours out so far in these back-to-back championship two-game total pin matches.
Medi looking to increase his lead on a strike here, and that is a little to the right.
Yeah, it's just he wants to get to that foul line. I understand why you want to keep the ball speed up. I mean, speed plus, your rev rate is going to help you get your carry with kicking sixes into tens and such. I mean, that's why it's always important to have great ball speed. I know players sometimes would make adjustments on the PBA 50 tour. They'd go to a lower ball weight to make sure they can throw it hard enough because they're not going to increase their rev rate when they're that old. So they go to a lower ball weight to make sure their ball speed's up, and then that helps them kick some corners out. You throw 16?
I do not. I only dabble with 15.
Dabble with 15.
Yeah,
okay.
I only dabble with 15. I've tried a 16. I really didn't see a whole lot of difference. So I'm sticking with 15 for now, and who knows? Maybe down the future I'll dabble with 16. But right now for me it's all 15.
I think the way the core dynamics are in bowling balls nowadays, and Medi's got to bring himself down. He was earlier in the day today. He came back here in the rev rates, and he was kind of. He said, "I gotta meditate for a second. I gotta get myself attitude, just relax." And he's got to find that.
He's got to meditate.
He's got to
He's got to meditate. Yep.
Brandon Bohn with the dad jokes already today. Yep. Beautiful. Uh-oh. Hey, we got a world of hurt here, and Mahura is going to have to find a way to turn this ship around.
And
because if Randisi, gets a double here, yikes.
Just like that, with a double here, Nolan can take the lead by 10. With a strike here, Nolan will take the lead by 1. Going into the 8th frame. Stepping up here in the 7th.
That looks pretty good out of the hand. Oh, it came up a little later than I anticipated. I think as much as he anticipated, too. He's kind of doing that swing on the way back where it's like maybe I didn't catch all of it.
2-pin here for Nolan in the 7th on lane 4.
Is it ever actually possible for a two-hander to not catch all of it? I mean, usually for one-handers, it's the thumb comes out a little early, you don't catch all of it. What would cause a two-hander to not catch it all?
Probably losing it off their hand.
Okay.
Yeah, probably losing it. Yeah.
Losing off the lead hand.
Coming off the fingers a little quick.
Oh my, that's a momentum turn again that we weren't expecting.
No one misses the 2-pin.
And now Randisi finds himself down by 21. Just when I thought we were going to have a comeback here again. These two players, hey, I've got the lead, you take it. Nah, I don't want it. You can still have it for a little while.
This back and forth match is going to make every game come down to the wire. No one stepping up here in the 8th, looking to rebound off the 2-pin. And that looks close.
Oh,
great shot there.
Flush. That's one of those pictures they put on the old bowling textbooks back in the day with how to bowl with Don Johnson, that type of thing. Remember textbooks? Remember those paper things you used to have when you were
around
younger?
in my time. Yeah, they were around.
When you were younger. Nowadays, everything you guys get is e-books and tablets.
Yeah.
Do you actually have any books at college or Weber University where you actually have a physical paper book?
Personally?
Yeah.
No.
There we go.
Yeah, personally I do not. Nope.
Oh, you don't have to carry a backpack around all day then either. You just carry your tablet and a little case.
That is true. I could do that.
You got a little like crossbody bag or something that you wear?
No, I'm still a standard backpack.
Still a standard backpack
Yeah,
guy?
I do have a computer holder.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean then I got to hold it in my hand, and what if I get something else?
Oh my! And yeah, you're gonna have to hold it together here, young man, because you're still up in the game. But breaks once again have a way of evening themselves out. I know I've said it a half dozen times already during these first 3 games of this U12 Mixed Championship, but it's a fact.
Eddie stepping up here in the foundation frame with a 10-pin lead in game 1 of match 2. Looking to put up 10 on the board.
And a little quick out of the hand again. And all right, just move a board right from where you just were, and the ball's not going to leave the 5-pin. Pretty simple, one would think, but under the pressure of battle. I mean, you try going across the face and try to hit the 2-4 and have the 2 hit the 5 to avoid the chop, but that you could be flirting with disaster a bit as well.
And this time he's going to change balls at it. He didn't like the way he shot the last one, so he wants a redo. So he's going to go to the spare ball on this one.
He looks a little tentative already. Look at his facial expressions. Yeah, that's way quick off the thumb. And air. That's surprising. It went air on that one. Yeah, you could just see his facial expressions. He just looked tentative.
And everything just looked quick.
Yeah.
Everything just looked quick. And Nolan looks to capitalize off the mistake. Back-to-back mistake on the 2-4-5.
What do you do to work on your mental game day in and day out, being a highly competitive bowler?
Yeah, so I've dabbled in some documentaries on Netflix. I'm a huge fan of the Last Dance documentary.
Okay.
So that one definitely helped, but
he wasn't sure. You could tell by the body language. He was pretty upright at the line watching it go through the pins, and he wasn't sure it was going to hold. So The Last Dance, really?
Yeah, The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. You know, I took a lot from that one, and I watched another basketball documentary with the United States team from the 2024 Olympics.
Okay.
I'm losing the name, but yeah, documentaries on Netflix have really, gotten me in a better headspace. But Nolan looking to get in even better headspace here with a triple.
When your opponent gives you an open, you
got to take it.
And just start throwing nails into coffins. Yeah, I mean, it's not done yet. Obviously, 2-game total pin, anything can happen. But Randisi can look to finish here at 192, and he would have a minimum of a 33-pin lead. Pardon me, 23-pin lead.
Just how quickly the tables can turn. Just 3 frames ago, Nolan found himself down by 21.
Doesn't like it.
And another trip 4.
What about that angle helps trip the 4-pin? I mean, that's the third one of those at least we've seen
Yeah.
for Randisi. Is it just because it's such a shallow entry angle?
Yeah, I would say it's just a tight line rope that he's playing right up about, 12, 13. And probably 15 to the arrows, probably down the lane about 12, 13. And, he's just using that hold in the middle of the lane with the urethane ball, and he's just doing his thing. That one's a little far to the right and gets back for a ring and 10
He's okay with that one in that situation.
for 191. So he's going to have minimum of a 22-pin lead going into game 2 here.
Is that ball change? No, it's not ball change from Mahura. It's still the same orb.
Still in the hammerhead. Looking to finish strong here. Taking a little bit more time.
There's a better shot. All right, it's still. Oh! I didn't know which way that 10 was going to fall, but definitely a better shot. On target line plus hitting the head pin is kind of necessary to strike. Trying to figure out who's jumping in the tournament office.
Probably my sister.
No, I don't think it was your sister. It could have been your brother's girlfriend, Miranda. I'm not sure. I got distracted there because all of a sudden you see bodies moving quickly in a glass cage. Better spirit then. There you go.
All right.
So you're down 32 at a minimum. If you're Medi, what's your headspace?
Yeah, just got to take a little bit more time here, I would say, and regroup. Forget about the first 3 games, and you got to leave it all out on the line. You got to make every shot count. Take this one here and try to do something a little bit different. We know what works. We know that the Brooklyns are carrying so far. Now we got to figure out, how can we still hit the pocket and fill the frames when it matters. And I don't know if shots like that are going to help.
Yikes. 3 on the fill. So 152. So he's going to be down 39.
Looks like
38,
4.
I'm sorry.
4 on the fill.
4. Okay, so
Yep.
38. Randisi's going to start off the match on the left lane. He's ready to fire.
And
Mahir is going to
we're just
take
going
a
to go
quick
right
walk.
into it. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're just going to go right into it here. It looks like PB3 is nowhere to be found, but that's all right.
Oh, they're in the middle of they're probably wrapping up a match play round right now.
Yep,
And all our
round 4 is
4 remaining divisions.
wrapping up on the main bay, and we look to crown 4 more champions here later on in the U15 and U18 divisions, and it looks like Medi is going to get a different ball here.
And I'll tell you what, for Randisi right now, 9 spare. Not a bad thing for a few frames this game. Not a bad thing at all.
Yep, Nolan currently has a 38-pin lead, and here's tournament director. A little late to the party, but Nolan has a 38-pin lead going into this game, starting off with 9 spare, and it looks like Medi Mira has gone to a ball change, a Black Widow 3.0. That looks good, Phil.
And can't get the mixer, but you know what? It's going to happen with those lighter weight bowling balls here and there. Headpin goes to the sideboard, ball gets a little extra deflection, and really can't do much with the 5.
Another good shot.
That's a couple of handsome gentlemen in the upper left corner of your screen right now, let me tell you.
That it is.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No
That it
filter
is.
needed for us, man. We got
Nope.
it.
All right, Medi looking to go cross lane here at the spare.
All right.
Couldn't draw it up any better.
Yeah, I mean, if he would have missed that spare in the first, that being down 50, yeah, with 9 frames to go, that's a lot of striking he's going to have to do, especially because he knows the caliber of his opponent. I mean,
Yeah.
that you're bowling a defending champ. You know they've been there before. You know that's just going to hand you a match. Randisi proved that halfway through game 1 of that opening match to stay alive, and he's done pretty well so far here with the 38-pin lead. in game 2 of our decider.
Looks like another good one.
There we go.
10 back.
Oh, how about that pin bouncing
Yeah.
around? Giving it the business.
Quite the ball change. Great start here in the second game for Medi. Looking to give himself a chance. Down by 38 after the first game. 191 to 153.
I'm just impressed by Randisi's mental game at a young age. I mean, doesn't seem to have much phase him, good or bad.
Looks close. And he gets the light mixer.
Takes the 8 down late, but the 8 goes, and even in the game, up by 38 for Randisi here.
All tied up here after 2 frames in this game. And if you're just joining us, this is match number 2, the if necessary match in the U12 title match of the 26th annual Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament. I am Brandon Bohn. This is $2 Phil Brylow joining me all the way from Wisconsin.
Yes, indeed. Glad to be here. Thanks to you and the family for bringing me in for this for the 4th consecutive year. Love being a part of this. Love showcasing these great young players from up and down the East Coast. 7 states represented this weekend here.
With over 200 entries
Yes.
we had. All 3 squads on Saturday sold out.
Well, I thought it was kind of neat this year, and it, you know, let's be honest here, it wasn't planned that way. But that 4 o'clock squad yesterday with 5 on a pair, get a few more players into the field. There was some excitement coming out of the 10th frame from some of those extra players that may not have made it otherwise. So
Yeah.
I think that should be a running feature of the PB3 from here on if it happens. Don't go to the 5 on the last squad. I thought that was pretty cool. Uh-oh.
A missed 10 pin there for Nolan, but still a big lead.
Was there talk about making that a permanent fixture now?
Yeah, you know, so we love the pace of 4. We think the pace of 4 goes quick, and it keeps a good routine for the bowlers, and it keeps a quick pace for us in the tournament office.
Ton of help.
But, you know, when we look at the 4 o'clock squad on Saturday, everybody wants to get in it that's not currently in the cut.
Yeah.
They want to keep bowling. And when we look at the wait list in the years past, how can we get as many people on the floor as possible?
Yeah.
And
5's not a bad pace if everybody's ready to go. You guys use
Exactly.
a single lane courtesy each
Yep.
direction, so that helps the pace
Yep.
as well.
so we don't have anything after the 8:30 or the 4:34. Oh my goodness, the 4 o'clock squad on
Yeah.
Saturday. So, you know, we still want to give the bowling center back in a timely fashion.
Right.
But you know, putting 5 on a pair, you know, it can delay a little bit longer, but it still gives one more person per pair a chance to make it into the cut on Sunday. So
Yeah,
that's
we had
that's what we're
some
looking for.
definite excitement. The U15 girls came down to the 10th frame with 3 players trying to make it in. One of them did. How about it? Yeah, he was asking for that one to get up there, but once again, just a hair quick. The ball's just not responding at the end of this 42-foot PB3 tournament pattern for Mahura. So let's see what he can do here. Because if he goes back-to-back opens here, he's going to find himself down by almost 50. And the frames are starting to run out. Get him 2. He got him 2.
Good cover there.
I always learned when I was from a guy who used to both. He goes, you got to holler one more pin than what you had left up there. Because otherwise, if you always holler 2, you only get 1. You holler 3, you only get 2. So you got to holler 4 if you have 3 pins left to make sure they all fall. I like that logic. It never really worked for me. I still left enough.
Learn something new every day.
Chops,
I
right.
haven't ever heard that
Yeah.
one. Nolan stepping up in the 4th frame.
Oh,
Great shot.
Absolutely pured that toss. And I'll tell you what, Randisi gets a double here. He's up by 60. It's pretty much mandatory strike mode from that point out for Mahira, the way that Randisi's throwing the ball right now. You can't expect Nolan to miss another single pin spare. You don't expect him to make big mistakes the rest of the way out.
And Nolan has really good pocket control right now. His last 4 shots have all been in the pocket. With a little miscue on the spare in the 3rd frame, but looking to bounce back.
Oh,
And that's a double in the 4th and 5th.
There's a great wall shot. How far is Wall, New Jersey from here?
Probably about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a little Wall, New Jersey right there
Yeah.
for Randisi.
How about a wall in New Jersey? right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nolan currently ahead by 49 pins.
Get that 5 out. Not going to happen, unfortunately. And
Now 49, excuse me.
Yep.
Up by 38 after the first game. Adding another 11 right now. 49 pin deficit for Medi Mira. And the frames are running out.
this, the frame counter is ticking, since there's no actual clock in bowling, and there's no actual clock on these players here during the finals. Hold on. Ooh.
And gets it.
I mean, the PBA Tour, we know on TV they got the 25-second shot clock, but you take it pretty easy on these young players here. It have to be a pretty deliberate
Yep.
abuse of how much time between shots is happening. And if they would have actually asked for a re-rack, would they actually be able to receive one? What is the rule on that in our event?
So 2 re-racks per game.
Okay.
And then if you need another one, you would have to get an official to come on down. You know, we see there are some racks, and they used to be even worse, but there are some racks that are questionable.
Right.
But, you know, we try to look at the racks pretty often here, and we try to set the pins on spot, and if they're not, we try to fix it. Therefore, the bowlers don't have to take re-racks. But
yeah, I didn't see very many players taking re-racks out in the main bay here at Hollins. Obviously, we've had none here so far in this match.
yep. But, you know, you can also use it as a little gamesmanship.
Absolutely.
So-
Take a little extra time, make your opponent think. You know what I think right now, Brandon? I think if Randisi throws 2 more strikes here, it's over.
I think I could agree with that.
Yeah.
Yep. With a 50-pin lead right now. Looking to get it up to 60 with another strike, and with 2 more, up to 70 with 3 frames to go. I'm liking Nolan's chances.
Once again, you see, watch him get that focus going. Quick steps to the line. Oh, somebody in the crowd said pick up hard.
And it did.
Can I get lottery numbers for whoever just said pick up hard? Because that's a lucky one right there.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll even take a pick 3 number winner. That's fine. Doesn't have to be Powerball or Mega Millions. Pick 3 is fine. Go buy me dinner.
6 slaps to 10 out for Nolan for a triple. And Nolan is getting closer and closer to defending his title here in the U12 division.
And that would be a first.
That would be a first in the U12 division.
There's been several formats over the years, especially as USBC made age changes in their divisions. And yeah, this one's about over.
That it is. Unfortunately for Medi Mira, his frames are running out, and fortunately for Nolan Randisi, his pocket control is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's really gutted it through.
Yep. And he stayed patient, even when things didn't start out very strong. But, you know, a great tournament for Medi Mira. Finishing second here, and Nolan Randisi defending his title from last year.
It's still a great scholarship award for Mahira. It's $350. I mean, I don't know how many 12-year-olds can make $350 in a weekend towards their college education and a lot of bowling tournaments or any other. I know you wouldn't make it on a paper. Are you old enough to remember paper routes, newspaper routes? Are you old enough to remember newspapers?
I remember newspapers. I don't remember newspaper routes. Or
Some
whatever that is.
Some of those poor kids had to slave 5 miles a day in the snow to deliver newspapers to people to get them their daily information.
That's not something my mom forced upon me. I can tell you that.
Well, I've seen your mom. You're definitely not a silver spoon baby either, so.
Negative. Negative. So
Mahira just trying to finish out strong here. And, you know, sometimes when the pressure's off, everything falls into place, and it wouldn't surprise me if he piled a double or a 3-bagger.
But this is the type of game we were talking about earlier, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Medi is the spare shooting. You know,
Right.
This game looks so much better. But unfortunately for Medi, Nolan's strung together 4 strikes in a row, and that's about all she's going to write.
Yeah, it's already, I hate to say in the 8th frame, but it's already a victory lap for Nolan Randisi. To the line. Trip of 4 again. Ah.
And leaves the 4.
Yeah, that one, Spear here makes it official. Just stay behind the foul line for 4 shots, and Randisi's taking home that $600 scholarship award.
$600 scholarship to add to Nolan's college fund, a bowling ball, and the big check.
Can you remember the last time the first time you earned a $600 scholarship check, Brandon? Does it stick out in your mind?
Yeah, it was probably at this event in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who did you beat in that event?
I believe I beat Micah Voorhees.
Okay.
In 2016 in the U12 division, actually, and then 2 years later, I was victorious again, and I know I beat Alex Horton in that one. Yeah.
Micah Voorhees. Where is he going to college now?
He is at Trine University.
Okay, in Indiana, so
Yeah.
quality school there. He's got a pretty good pretty good coach with Hope Gramley as his coach too. Oh, wrap 10, but as we said, it's just a matter now. He's going to be able to get his victory lap in the 10th frame, as he'll be finishing this match last. And there's a giant 62. Apparently, there's a giant 62 back here. I don't know how that happened. Now
maybe
she's
26.
Now she's rearranging.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe 26. Year 26 of the Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament. We look forward to year 27 next year.
Yeah, bit of an error there, but
maybe Nolan can
right.
go back to back to back.
Yeah, there we see the 26 back there for the balloons and celebration. Boy, that was nice that the Monmouth County USBC Association gave you guys a really nice presentation yesterday, and I saw you and your well, we'll say you and your brother. He'll say it's just him, but the silver button from YouTube for 100,000 subscribers for the Bohn Legacy YouTube channel.
Yes.
Congratulations to you guys.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we filmed a bunch of videos. We have a few to come, and we just love to put them together and
Yep.
to see where they come. And what makes it even better is the people that we can interact with throughout the videos and share our story. We can share our story throughout bowling balls. We do a few different types of challenges. We have a race to 6 that we do pretty often, but it's awesome. The YouTube community is quite wonderful.
Well, and it's not just you guys. Like the houses, you guys show this part of this. I mean, you guys are in the competitive part of the sport often enough. Everybody sees that. Everybody knows who you are. But you guys also highlight. You can have fun at this sport. You can be good and still have a lot of fun with it outside of competition. That's the part I really like about your channel and the house. Even Brad and Kyle. Well, even Brad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Kyle. I'm not picking at you, but
yeah, it's just like I said, the YouTube community as a whole is unbelievable. And we couldn't be more blessed to have hit the 100,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. And hopefully that just means more to come.
Well, with a couple good shots in the 10th frame, Randisi is going to have the highest 2-game set out of the entire U12 mixed bracket today, and no better time to throw it, as this is the if needed match. He took down the first match to stay alive, and now the if needed is going to be going with Nolan Randisi, our 2-time U12 mixed champion. And I will have to ask him if he's going to have a chance to defend next year, or is he going to age out? It's going to be a good question. Not a bad game there for Mahura. Puts up 183. But unfortunately, game one bit him a little bit early. Randisi came through with a big string in that first game to get himself out to a 38-pin advantage. And now it's time for some strikes and some smiles for Nolan Randisi. There's the strike.
Another good one there for Nolan.
Where's the smile? Waiting for the smile. He doesn't care. It's not official till the last ball is thrown. He's just got the winner's focus. So nothing wrong with the winner's focus. And it's not official till the graphic comes on the screen, so let's make it official. Boom.
There it is, U12 mixed champion for the second year in a row, Nolan Randisi. Leaves a 6-10 here. And like you mentioned earlier, Phil, Nolan will have the highest set in the U12 division this year in match play with a spare here. He will have 396.
Congratulations, Nolan Randisi. A heck of an event for Mehdi Mahira as well.
395. So a great tournament.
It's time for some winners presentations. Here comes PB3.
I'm not feeling good about our team changes.
Well, I think that's set up for a nice title match there. Nolan Randisi outscores Mehdi Mira with a final score of 395 to 336.
Dang it, couldn't go plus.
Congratulations. No, you couldn't go plus. This is not a handicap event. Mehdi, great bowling there, buddy. Fantastic, that's for sure. All right, so as our runner-up finisher, Mehdi, here is your second place trophy. Hopefully it's a beautiful pin that you can cherish for a long time. Fantastic bowling, fantastic. And that's $350 in scholarship money for Mehdi. And our champion. You kind of get used to being on this pair, it seems like, bowling in the championship match. This makes back-to-back years? I don't know. You know, we've got a banner that's got your name and likeness on it. You know, maybe we'll just keep it for next year now. Okay.
We'll just cross out the 4 and put a 5.
There we go. Perfect. How about a nice hand for our champion, Nolan Randisi? Our first place ball and check.
There you go.
Well, scholarship check, might I add.
Like that.
There, that's perfect.
Ready?
The check is taller than him.
I'm just gonna hold it like that.
Hold it like this.
Hold it.
And $600 in scholarship money. Congratulations to Nolan.
Nolan, we're going to do you by yourself.
While they wrap that up for Nolan by himself, stay tuned, folks. We're going to bring in the girls U15 division. They're going to get in here. We will redress the lanes, and they will come out here, get practice, and we will get the next match underway.
Thank you, Parker. Let's try thank you, Parker.
Say to your fans at home.
Uh-oh.
I don't think they want to hear
So it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
I think there's a lot to be said for that,
like
because
he heard you in the
obviously you finished really, really strong. Mehdi kind of, he put the pressure on you early. He threw a lot of strikes there, and you were able to overcome that and come back.
Yeah, I was really nervous.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I get nervous all the time too when I'm bowling in that step ladder. So we have something in common. But congratulations to you. You keep it up, all right?
Okay.
All right. There we go.
All right, and now we're official. And Brandon Bohn, thanks for joining me in the booth here for the U12 Mixed Championships. I'm sure we'll get to hear from you a little bit more with 4 more championship rounds today. Your thoughts about Randisi's back-to-back championships here?
Well, first off, thank you for having me in the booth. It was
absolutely,
it was
always.
quite a two-game match, and you know, it was a wonderful outcome for Nolan Randisi. You know, we saw patience tested, spare shooting tested, and like Nolan mentioned, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yep.
And you know, Nolan got out to a 54-pin deficit after 5 frames, and came away with the win in the first match, and then showed why he's a true champion in the second match with 395 for his 2-game set, the highest of the tournament, and that's basically all she wrote.
Yeah, so we are done here. There's your champion, Nolan Randisi, your second-place bowler, Mehdi Mahira. And we're going to take a little break here. You're going to get a brand new stream for the U15 Girls Championship here from Rev Rates inside of Howell Lanes for the 2025 Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament. He's Brandon Bohn. I'm $2 Phil Bridlow. We'll see you back here in probably 15 to 20 minutes. It's going to be a pretty quick turnaround for the U15 Girls Championship. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again shortly.